In this month's V-Mail, as we move towards the opening of Brownwood, we take a look at the construction progress, and our film crew hitches their wagons and heads out west to Park City, Utah for a very special look at the creation of bronze sculptures that are going to be displayed at the entrance of Meggison and State Road 44. All that and more coming up, so put on that hard hat. It's time for the building of Brownwood. We're here at West Torch Lake Drive, which, as you know, last time you saw was basically some steel, some brick, a little bit of concrete. Here to tell us about what's happened since you were last here is Construction Superintendent Danny Tilton. And Danny's got a golf cart. He's going to take us on a little driving tour. Danny, thanks for having us.
Hey, Gary.
This place is looking absolutely incredible.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you.
You guys do good work.
Well, I appreciate that. We're working on it. We are slowly in the progress here of getting all these outside facades done. We've poured the first floors here, all the patios, the decorative concrete simulates a wood grain. There's a difference in the windows. There's a difference in the siding, the roofing materials. And as we go on up here, you notice we got the chimneys are different from the chimneys next door.
Yeah.
And so forth down the unit here. You got brick, you got stick-on stone. And as we go down the block further, they change colors and change facades, as we're going to see as we continue down the street.
It's not just happening on the north side of the road. Very unique architecture here.
If you'll notice, this particular unit is really broke up with different facades. You look at the first elevation, the brick stepped parapet on the second one. It's like a little town that was built 100 years ago.
The exteriors are really happening. Interiors, things going along pretty well there too.
Buddy, you think you've seen something here? You ain't seen nothing yet.
How's that fireplace going?
Woo, wait till you see it, wait till you see it. Yes, it's a pass-through. You can see through one end right out the other. Right dead center of the front and back door. It's pretty interesting. All marble floors banded with wood inserts, stained glass ceilings. It's amazing.
And that's just the palace you're talking about.
That's just this one palace unit. Yes, sir. Yes,
well, tell me about the rest of the buildings. They're coming along too on the interior?
Yes, sir. Interior's about all the same from this point on. We're drywalled, AC's fired up. We're dropping in T-grid, MEPs, which is the lights and the mechanical in the T-grid. We're just about there, boss. We're just about there.
Well, we're seeing some amazing things out here. The exteriors look fantastic, but knowing you guys in the villages, I bet the backside of these buildings are pretty unique as well.
Let's take a ride. Hold on there, sir. Here we go.
The West Torch Lake Drive Express rolls on. Well, it's absolutely spectacular, Danny, whether you like the front side or the back side. Each building is individual and it's distinctive and it's beautiful and it's as pretty as a picture postcard.
The back's just as impressive as the front.
But I do want to look at Paddock Square and see what's going on over there. Any chance we can...
I need to stop over there at a silo. You want to go see a foundation
at a
for
silo?
That? Yes, sir.
I didn't know there's a... Oh yeah, show me the silo. What do we have here?
This right here is a silo foundation, Gary. And the inside of this is a planter. And from here to the building is going to be a planter behind it. And of course the silo will sit on top and take it on up. And we have a marquee that's a radius, the same as the silo, that lights up with what's playing in that theater.
Everything about the Barnstorm is unique, and you know, can you tell me what's going on inside? I want to peek open in there.
I can crunch it there real quick. We got the lobby floor here, 1/3 done. We're coming out of the kitchen, going through concessions. They're staining it as we speak right now. They're in the theaters, throwing the carpet on the walls.
Wow.
We're installing all the handrails in each theater. It's coming along just fine.
Thank you so much, Dan. What a tour. Yeah, it was great.
Come on back and see it.
I will. I'm going to mosey over now over to Paddock Square and see what's happening with the log cabin and some of the things. But wow, keep up the good work.
Not a problem.
And here to tell us all about Paddock Square is the man in the know, the head of RPH Engineering, Hugh Gann. How are you, Hugh?
Good to see you. Good.
And you're unique because you wear two hats, right?
Yes, indeed. In this particular job, I'm the designer, the architect, the engineer, and one of the contractors.
You're getting some stuff done.
And we got a lot going on here today. We're standing under the main entrance.
Wow.
There'll be a sign mounted up on top that says Brownwood Paddock Square. And off to the left and right here are the kiosks for refreshments. And there's a lot more work going on there, but we've got those pretty much dried in and ready to go.
Wow, well, this is really neat, but I know there's some very cool stuff going on inside as well. Will you show me?
Let's go.
What's over here up on top of this grandstand, Hugh?
This is what we call Building 8, and it also has a kiosk behind it, but on top of that will be a second floor for the audiovisual controls.
Oh.
It'll control everything that happens over in the log cabin.
What are the forms here?
Forms are for the steps.
Oh, okay,
we'll
concrete.
pour up. There'll be concrete, and then very soon we'll start putting the benches in there, and the benches are going to be made out of wood.
Oh, wow.
There'll be 3-inch thick cypress boards that'll be really nice. Roof's coming soon. As soon as we get the second floor of the kiosk up, then we'll build the roof over that and tie it to the main roof. We're going to do the pavers first before we do the concrete out here in the square.
The pavers basically mean you can enter the square from any direction, right?
You'll be able to enter it from about 6 different places. Also, we have the foundations in place for the windmill.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, that's what these 4 squares are?
That's right. That will be where the windmill will be built, and it'll be 36 feet high, and it'll be a functioning windmill.
A real windmill?
A real windmill.
Okay. Wow.
Then across the entrance over here, there's another set of pedestals.
I see them.
And there'll be an elevated wooden water tank there.
Oh, my word. Look at the cabin. It's really coming along.
Cabin's moving along. It's we're about up to ceiling height with the main core of the building. From there, we start putting in the roof structure. And we're putting it together piece by piece.
What are you going to feel like when you come out here, Hugh, when it's all done?
I'm going to be extremely happy. I take a lot of pride in what we're doing here, and I think we'll all be really pleased with it.
All right, well, a couple months, I'll meet you at that kiosk back there, and I'm buying.
I'll be there.
All right, thanks,
Thank you,
Hugh. We appreciate it. When we return, you'll see the making of these very special bronze sculptures created for the main entrance of Brownwood, as we take you on a road trip to Park City, Utah.
The windmill displayed at the main entrance of Meggison and State Road 44 was donated by Al Schmidt of Citizens First Bank and was an active part of the family's farm in Fruitland Park from 1938 until 2002.
I'm here at the main entrance of Brownwood at State Road 44 and Meggison Road. You know, a few decades ago, back in northern Michigan, Meggison Road was the location of the one-room schoolhouse attended by a young Gary Morris. That's right. Well, here at our Meggison Road, it'll be the site of beautiful bronze statues that are being created for your enjoyment out west that will be delivered and displayed this fall. We begin our journey by going to Park City, Utah and the Mountain Trails Gallery. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
This is quite an operation you have here. Tell us about it.
Well, we're real proud of this gallery. We've got a location here in Park City that has been here going on 15 years. One of the things that we specialize in is monumental commission bronze work. And we sell more Western bronze and original paintings than anyone else in the state, generally speaking.
Let's talk about what you're doing for Brownwood and those bronze sculptures. They're going to be special.
We had Mike Pate drop by, who works with the villages on a number of projects. And then it was just a lot of back and forth with ideas and designs. And the artist that we felt would be best for the project, Mike Wilson, it was great timing because he just finished another big project and he was able to focus on this, and his enthusiasm for the project has been through the roof from day one. So we knew we had the perfect candidate. So it's really a big team.
Well, Adam, I've seen those sculptures. They're pretty big. How much weight are we talking about?
Well, one cow alone will be between 800 and 1,000 pounds.
Wow.
So there's 12 of those guys. Then when you add on the cracker cowboy on horseback, that's another probably 2,000 pounds. So wow. A lot of weight that's going to be going over there. And I think it's going to fit in perfectly with that Brownwood design. When you see those things getting delivered on flatbeds and cranes dropping them off on the location, that's when heads are really going to turn. And everybody from the foundry to Mike to myself is just thrilled that we got an opportunity to do this. So
we're
going to hit a
too.
home run for you guys.
Fred,
That's
Adam,
right.
thanks for letting us visit the gallery. You've piqued my interest. Now I want to see what goes on at the foundry.
Let's go see that foundry.
Let's go. Let's
Awesome.
do it. And now we're in the foundry, which is sort of a factory, as it were, where the art becomes, well, the finished product. And we're joined by Mike Wilson,
Gary, nice to meet you.
artist, sculptor. I guess we could call you all sorts of things, but you are the creative force behind what's going to be a very special piece of artwork. Tell me a little bit about how you started sculpting.
All right, well, it started about 35 years ago. I got an apprenticeship with a sculptor in Rome, Italy. I just like creating things, and it's really a lot of fun when you can do a piece that is a project that's as big and the scale of this one.
How many different pieces are you making, and how large are they?
All the pieces are going to be 1 1/4 life size. There'll be a horse and rider. The rider will be carrying a baby calf in the saddle with him, and then there'll be 12 cattle all around the horse and rider, and with the rider's dog following along. It's a pretty monumental project. It kind of needed to tell a story, and so I saw this cowboy riding in. It's depicting the cracker cowboy and the cracker cattle. They were very specific to this region of Florida. I liked the work that the cracker cowboy would have to do. He would use his dog as a tool doing his job, and the cracker cowboy got their name because they would use a whip, and that's not real common in today's cattle industry. Yeah.
They don't even drive cattle anymore.
Exactly.
I don't think.
And the interesting thing is the cowboy would crack his whip, and that sound of the whip was a command to the dog.
Wow.
And it might have meant, go get that cow out of the brush, whatever. But that dog was an important tool to that cowboy. So it was appropriate that this was the theme and the look that we were going to go for. Once I have a pretty good idea in my mind, I start sketching, and as I sketch, the design starts to evolve into the final look. And once I got that, I presented that, and it was approved. So from that phase, then I make a small scale model. Those pieces then are computer scanned. They take that information from the computer, and they have a milling machine that can mill that model to any size you want.
Wow.
And the material that they do the enlargement in is a foam. The milling machine is able to carve that, get all the detail that's on your model in the foam. Once I get the foam back, then I start applying the clay. Just you're looking at maybe 30 individual pieces just to make that horse. It's not all cast in one piece. And all those pieces have to be welded together.
Well, as we go through the foundry, we see wax, we see rubber, we see this material. What are the various steps, and why do you have to do it that way?
They'll put about 5 coats of rubber on to get it to where it's strong enough. From there, they take the mold pieces and they'll take it to the wax room, pour wax into the molds. And so they will dip that wax piece. Then they have to heat that up.
All right, Mike, how hot is hot enough when you're talking about pouring molten bronze?
They like to heat the bronze up to 2100 degrees. That way they know that they can pour the bronze, fill that mold completely before it starts to solidify. From there, then we put what is known as the patina, which is the coloring on the bronze.
And Mike, I know you visited the villages. How did that enhance the process for you?
As the artist, I'm really excited about where they've chosen to put this piece. It's going to be a very natural setting, and it's going to look like it belongs.
We're glad you're the guy doing it, Mike.
Well, thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure.
Now you just saw the statues being made in progress. Wait till you see the finished pieces. They are going to be absolutely stunning. And you will see them, as well as all the construction happenings, if you keep watching your V-Mail. It's your exclusive way to follow the building of Brownwood.